life doesn't end when you get sober, it starts. People who are still out there struggling, don't get too far away from the meetings. Don't get too far away from your sponsor. If you're really serious about it, this is a wonderful way to live. The longer amounts of time that you put together, there's nothing really that you need to be worried about. How many times have I called you worrying about something and you've told me it's not going to happen, and then it doesn't happen? And life doesn't end when you get sober, it starts. I think that's something I want to get out there to people. Don't worry about when it is that you get sober, especially for young people. There's a lot of young people struggling out there. There's a lot of other things that are killing people when it comes to this disease. And addiction is a real bitch, if you will. And if you think you have an issue, go talk to somebody. You might not be ready to stop, but as long as you start to get your head around not what you're in for on the pain side, but what you're in for on when you make the decision to switch, you're going to be all right. So I think that's something I'd like to get out there.
You're now able to talk to little Henry.
Mm-hmm.
If you were going to give Henry advice, now that you have the wisdom that you do at your age, what would you tell young Henry to give him some help along the way?
I would tell young Henry not to fall in love with the result, fall in love with the process, and the results will take care of themselves. And I would tell young Henry, don't get too high on the mountain or get too low in the valley, and figure out a way to take the straight and narrow path that's going to be somewhat on the even keel. Don't get too high with your emotions. Don't get too low with your emotions. Those are two things I would tell.
The middle's a good place.
The middle's a good place. Be where your feet are.